Oh my goodness. 14 years ago today, it was a day that will go down in a lot of people's memory. Let's talk about it. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ham Shack TV. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. Appreciate you being here. Today, we are looking back on an event that happened 14 years ago today, April 27th, 2011. A generational tornado outbreak happened across the southeast United States. And the video you're seeing over here is just various videos from folks that were that filmed. This is a big compilation video, and I'm going to give credit to Roll Tide 1987 for the use of the video. I'm sure they have accredited this to others, but this was an incredible day, specifically the 27th. Now, the tornado outbreak lasted over several days, but the April 27th was the red letter day of this particular event. At the time, myself, Jeremy Buckles, WX4JLB, who has been on this channel before, as well as the late meteorologist Bob Becker, former meteorologist for WATE TV and various other stations. We had a social media business called the East Tennessee Storm Team, and at the time, we were operating it, and this is an event that I'll never forget. So about a week before it, Jeremy had called me and said, the models are looking pretty rough for the 27th. He says, if this comes true, this will be a remarkable day for tornadoes. And lo and behold, it was. For me personally, the day started probably about 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke up to the first tornado warnings going on TV, and was on our Skywarn net on 146.940 repeater. At the time, I was not a net control, but constantly listening to it and relaying information to other folks, and just constantly monitoring the radar. This was a non-stop event all day long. Well, with the exception, for us here in East Tennessee, we did have a break about 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon for a few hours, and then right back to it in the late afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. But it was just incredible. The dynamics, you don't see these dynamics that cause this particular system that very often. That's why they call it a generational tornado outbreak. 200 plus folks passed away in Alabama itself. I believe I read that I think it was, well, I tell you what, let's look at all the statistics, because it was a remarkable day. April 27, 2011 tornado outbreak. And I just want to give you all facts. I don't want to mess this up. All right, so this is courtesy Wikipedia here. Take it for what it's worth. In total, 368 tornadoes were confirmed by NOAA's National Weather Service and Government of Canada's Environment Canada in 21 states from Texas to New York and into southern Canada. Widespread and destructive tornadoes occurred on each day of the outbreak. April 27th was the most active day, with 224 tornadoes touching down from midnight to midnight Central Daylight Time. 4 of those tornadoes were EF5s, which is the highest ranking on the enhanced Fujita scale. These tornadoes are recorded no more than once a year, typically. In total, 348 people were killed as a result of the outbreak, including 324 tornado-related deaths across 6 states, 24 fatalities by other thunderstorm-related events such as straight-line winds, hail, flash flooding, or lightning. In Alabama alone, 238 tornado-related deaths were confirmed by the Storm Prediction Center and the Alabama State Emergency Management Agency. So here's a good satellite view of the event. And you can see you had so much clearing out here in front of the cold front. Cold front would have been right through here most likely. But you had so much clearing, and that was what was allowing these storms to just explode. You had a cirrus field out in front too. It was not helping things by any stretch. Here's a look at the Tuscaloosa tornado, and you can see very, very classic hook here, and you can see the debris ball, and that does correlate to the gate-to-gate shear. You can see there in the wind velocities. Greens are going towards the radar site. Reds are going away from the radar site. Here's some damage. Don't know exactly where this is from. This is the Hackleburg Phil Campbell tornado taken by the National Weather Service at Birmingham. This is Smithville, Mississippi. This is what the Storm Prediction Center outlook was for that day. And at that time, there was only 3 levels of severe thunderstorm risk. There were slight, moderate, and high. And you can see pretty much the entire state of Tennessee, with the exception of the northwest part of the state, was under the moderate category. But northern Alabama, southern Tennessee, northeast Mississippi, and northwest Georgia was all in the high risk. And this is where we saw those deadly long track tornadoes that day. This is extreme deep ground scouring near Philadelphia, Mississippi. This was basically the tornado ripping the earth. I mean, that's the strength of this. The tornado was ripping the earth apart. And this is a look at all the tornado reports that day. Well, the severe weather reports. 292 reports of tornadoes. That you can see that indicated by all the red polygon or red icons there. Blue is 438 wind reports. You can see that with the blue. And the green was large hail. And that, for me, that was our biggest impact was the hail. We had spiky hail. I mean, it looked like ball and chain. I forget what they call those. It's the balls that have the spikes coming off of it. That's what it looked like. It was remarkable. I'd never seen anything like that before. This is the Viniola or Vinionia EF2. This is the same Philadelphia, Mississippi tornado that we saw the dirt scouring. This is the First United Methodist Church in Coleman, Alabama. High-end EF4 damage to a home in northwest of Arab, Alabama. There were 5 fatalities that occurred there. This is a satellite picture. You can see basically the tearing of the earth, the damage path here from straight through Hackleburg all the way over to straight through Phil Campbell, Mississippi. Incredible, or not Mississippi, sorry, Alabama. Here is the Phil Campbell tornado. Same thing. You can see the debris ball, the tornado debris signature there. It's classic supercell look. This is Tony, Alabama. This is a really good look at. It doesn't tell me where, but you can see the whole structure. Here's your wall cloud right here. Here's your thunderstorm, and there's your tornado. Smithville. And then coming over here, we see another This is actually the radar picture of the Smithville tornado. Here's Pisgah Flat Rock. And goodness gracious, I haven't seen this one before. Looks like an apartment complex. Just absolutely leveled. Absolutely leveled. Here's the Tuscaloosa tornado once again. And Bridgeport, Alabama. I mean, we could sit here and go through pictures all day long, but really an incredible day. It was so exhausting. For us, we had tornado warnings all the way until 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't make it that far. After getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and constantly going with the Skywarn net and relaying for the social media side of things, I was exhausted and crashed about 9 o'clock. And had we had a tornado hit, I wouldn't have survived just because I was so exhausted. But fortunately, we did not. Most of the tornado. Let's go back to the tornado map here, if I can find it. Let's see. There it is. So you can see we had a few tornadoes in East Tennessee, but most of these were confined to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. As a matter of fact, here in Blount County, we had an EF4, but it went through the park out in the rural areas. So we were very fortunate in that regard, and you can see a few other tornadoes here along the Cumberland Plateau, but the bulk by far was Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. So anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Just wanted to share my thoughts and memories on there on the tornado outbreak of 2011. That was a big day, and that will always stick in my memory for sure. Just like the February 21st, 1993 tornado that started all the interest in weather and severe weather and tornadoes for me when my hometown got hit by a tornado. I am noticing that in the crawl down below it says August. Huntsville Hamfest is August, not August. I'll have to fix that in my template here. Guys, that's about it for this video. Hope you're having a great Sunday or whatever day you may be watching this on. Got a lot of content coming up here. I had a great live stream the other night. We worked some FT8 and sat around and talked about Dayton and all kinds of things. Had about 200 of you watch with us, so we really appreciate you joining. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below right around here. And if you're interested in giving back to the channel, we have channel memberships available. Those start at $299 or $299. No, they don't. Try $2.99 a month. And also, you can use the super thanks button if you just want to leave a tip in the tip jar. If you're looking for your ham radio license, check out hamradioprep.com. Use coupon code HamShackTV for an additional 10% off. You just saw Charlotte run past me. That's all right, though. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you on the next video. 73's AA4WX, WSCB 693.